get out to some American news and what's happening just south of us here. Kind of important, and let's look at what's going on. And exclusive Donald Trump depression like 1929 looms if I don't win. Here's the news, folks. There won't be an election in 2024 in America. And if there is, let's say there is an election. Okay. It's going to be more of a selection. It's going to be rigged. And if Donald Trump does win, it's going to be through very heavily doctored, very doctrined guidelines he has to follow. Real close to the letter. Real close. But I don't believe there's going to be an election in 2024, and there won't be one in Canada in 2025. And Palm Beach, Florida, former President Donald Trump told Breitbart News exclusively on Thursday evening that if he does not win the 2024 presidential election, he expects the nation's economy will spiral into a depression like 1929 Great Depression. So, like we said earlier in the show, we are in a recession already, and we're at depression level now. When people working 3 jobs, they can't afford food. We are in depressionatory state now. We're in a Great Depression already. All right, let's keep going. Biden warns U.S. could be drawn into direct conflict with Russia. That's what they're pushing for. They need to push for conflict with Russia, so they cancel the 2024 election. Joe Biden has warned the United States is at risk of being pulled into a direct conflict with Russia if the Kremlin succeeds in its war against the Ukraine. Condemning Russia's latest missile barrage on Ukraine, the U.S. president said that the conflict poses a grave threat to NATO security, warning that Washington could be drawn in. And that's what they're hoping for, and this is what's going to decimate a lot of social media channels, is people coming out with the truth and trying to get people out to understand what is happening. And a dollar losing share in oil transactions, JP Morgan, a fifth of global supplies were sold and purchased using other currencies, according to an analysis estimates. So what's happened is back before our first channel got terminated, we did a petrodollar, petrodollar, and I did a short 11-minute video on how basically to buy oil you will have to buy US dollars, and then from US dollars your country would have to buy the oil in US dollars, and they keep the dollar basically as a primary reserve currency, and anybody like Saddam Hussein or any of those people that wanted to go off the dollar standard would be met with freedom and a bombardment and carpet bombs, right? So now that it's losing its world status, I believe that, and Supreme Cannon brought this up. I'm gonna give him kudos for this. He said that the U.S. dollar might outlive America itself. And he's not far off with that. I think he's very right about that, and I think he's right on the money with that. Okay, and New York City throwing away over $1 million in taxpayer-funded meals for migrants every month. So you got these war vets that fought these proxy wars and bank wars. And company records have revealed that New York City is paying millions of dollars a month for meals that are meant to feed migrants. However, thousands of these meals are never eaten and thrown away. According to the internal company records reviewed by the New York Times, the meals are provided by DogCo, a medical service company that won a bid of $432 million contract from New York City to provide broad migrant care, even though it doesn't have prior experience of doing so. So they give these contracts out. Everything is federalized, right? More than 70,000 meals were wasted, according to records. DocGo receives as much as $33 a day per migrant for providing 3 meals a day for each of the estimated 4,000 migrants under its care. So, and most of it's being thrown away. So, and banks cut more than 60,000 jobs in 2023, worst banking industry since 2008. And the Black Swan event that we've been talking about or prophesizing about for the last 12 years might be happening. The Black Swan event we've been talking about for the last 12 years on this channel may be happening. Ongoing efforts by the powers that be to stop the current financial Titanic from sinking are failing, as banks in totaling of 2023 to cut more than 60,000 jobs. So there it is. More and more jobs are being cut. And if you want to read the full article, you can go over to Natural News, and it's written by Ethan Huff. You guys can check that out in its full and its entirety. And outrage over Christmas party in busy hospital lobby. And yeah, a video depicting medical personnel dancing to live music against the backdrop of a patient on a stretcher in a Greek hospital went viral and sparked outrage after it was shared by an MP for opposition of the Syriza party, Pavlakos. On Friday, the health ministry has launched an investigation. So there they are dancing and celebrating Christmas and bringing up the Christmas cheer, making people feel happy and jolly and being positive and loving one another. It's going against that, and they're going against the, you know what I'm talking about here, right? And lithium reserves in Donbass needed for electric vehicles in EU is fueling Ukraine war, says Germany member of parliament. And that goes into our war section of our show, but just wanted to hint on where we're going next. We are headed towards war.